Hey everyone, this is a quick video to get you started on Project 1, Olympic Gold. First off, note that I updated the Excel stat app, so click on this and get it open. Then scroll down to Project 1 module, right, and just click on this guy right here. And then download the instructions, and it should be these guys. Okay, and this table provides you with some data. I'd also like you to find the data for 2022 and 2026, although as you'll see in the instructions, I want you to calculate stuff without 2026 data, right, until question 11, right? We're basically doing the same sort of assignment, but you're going to include a bit more data. Now, I'm going to leave number 1 to you, right, for you to find the data. Shouldn't be too hard. But number 2, right, enter the data into Excel. I strongly recommend doing it this way, right? I went ahead and entered the golds and the events. I strongly recommend entering it vertically, even though I know the data set is given horizontally. This is because we're going to later use the descriptive stat stuff to find our, various stats. Okay, so I just think it's better to enter it vertically. It'll just copy and paste a bit easier. Anyway, it would be a little tedious to enter all the years, right? But what you can do is you can do a little trick where you can say copy and then, actually, sorry, you don't even need to copy. You can just say equals this guy, equals that guy plus 4, right? Because we know the Olympics are every 4 years. Then we can copy, and this would be 32, 36, and look, it just happens here. Now, we have to be careful here because they do skip a couple of Olympics. I wonder why. And then we go to 1948. And then at this point, we can do the same trick, right? Equals, right, D6 plus 4, right? Because, again, it's every 4 years. And we copy, and we just paste this a whole bunch, right? And then something happened, right? After 1992, they actually went to 1994. So at this point, you want to copy and then paste again. Oh, whoops, sorry, I lied. Don't do that. You want to do equals this guy plus 4. Now we copy and paste again. Oh, now we copy and paste again. There we go, right? Perfect. So that's sort of a quicker way of getting the years than just having to type all the years in, okay? Next up, let me get the instructions side by side. Okay. So begin by calculating the number of gold medals won each year as a percentage, right, of the number of events, right? So you're going to divide the gold medals by the number of events multiplied by 100, right? So you could say gold percent, for example. And this is just a formula, right? You can do equals this guy divided by that guy. Oh, whoops, and I guess I should have said actually times 100 to make it a percent. Okay, and then you want to copy, paste. Now I'm just going to do it down through 2018. It's your job to include 2022, right? So we get this guy, right? And you can adjust if you don't want so many decimal points, right? Okay. It asks you to calculate the range. I'll leave that to you. But note that it says, for example, actually, let's just look at gold medals, right? Calculate the the range number of gold medals and the range of the percentage of gold medals. I'll leave the percentage to you, but I'll just do this. Again, you would be including the 2022 data, but we would take this and we would go ahead and we would copy and paste this into this data right here, right, into here. Let me just make sure it's long enough. Oh, didn't seem to want to paste. Let's try that again. Copy. And we're just going to make sure we have a whole bunch of space to paste this into. And there we go. And that should give us all sorts of statistics, right? Median, mean, etc. Right? So there you go. So this will answer mode even. That'll answer a bunch of your questions, right? And you can do a similar thing with the percentages, right? And I think that's where I will stop. See if you can use the rest of the Excel worksheet to, for example, see if you can get the box plot and maybe do any other calculations you need to. But this, I think, is all you'll need to get started on Project 1.